Hello. Hi, Annie. Can you hear me? And Elle, can you hear me? And Hayden?
Yeah, I
Yep.
can hear you.
Awesome. If you have video, I'd love for you to turn it on. All right. Hello. Hayden, Jocelyn, Ella, Olivia, do you have any video? If you really don't want to share, you don't have to, but it'd be great if you would. Yeah, awesome. Hello. All right. While we're waiting for a few people to roll in, what was the highlight of your week? Because it's Friday. You can either tell us and turn your microphone on, or you can put it in the chat.
It doesn't really even seem like a Friday, so because I mean every day kind of feels like a Friday or like a Saturday or something like that, but I don't know.
It's kind of weird. They all run together, huh? Yeah. How about the rest of you?
Mine was being able to get done with school fast because I didn't have a lot because I got done with it in the first few days. So
Wow. You're speedy. What did you do with all your time?
well, I did workouts for soccer and I also was hanging out with family and I had to do chores. So
Cool.
Mine was probably my little cousin's birthday because we our whole family FaceTimed and sang to her, and she was really excited about that because she's turning 4.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's really cool. It's tough to be really little and have a party, right?
Yeah.
Or have a birthday if you're expecting a party.
Yeah.
That's really nice of you. Anyone else? Nothing? What was my highlight? I spent a little time outside every day this week. That was my highlight, either for a walk or a hike. And it was so nice to do that.
We have snow now, though. It's snowing outside for us, at least. So
Yeah, that's what I heard. A lot of
that's
snow,
really
huh?
weird.
Is it sleet or just snow?
It started out as sleet, and then it was it was snowing, so it was big snow chunks, and then now I think it's stopped, but there's you can see the snow on the ground.
Oh my goodness. Well, hopefully it'll melt quickly. All right, let me pull up the PowerPoint. Did you guys have a lot of lectures that you had to listen to this week for school?
not really, no.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Can you see the PowerPoint screen?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, we'll just get started and people can roll in. I think I know most of you, but my name's Caitlin and I coach in the club. And I've been with the club, I don't know, 5 years now, I think. And I'm really excited to have you all on for the next 30 or 45 minutes for us to brainstorm and think about a couple things we can do together to build some connections across the club. So this is not a me talking at you sort of Zoom or webinar. It's us talking together to see if we can come up with some really fun and creative things for you all to help lead as really important people in the club, okay? And I think now's a really, in some ways, yeah, it's a bummer of a time because we can't be on the field, but there's these really interesting opportunities like this where we have a little extra time to think about how we can do some fun projects and connect with each other. So that's what today is about. And as we go through, your voice is just as important as mine. So if you have questions or things you want to talk about or ideas, don't be afraid to just butt in. And I literally mean you can butt in and cut me off if you have something that's bursting out of your head that you just need to get out there, okay? Thumbs up that we all agree to participate and put our ideas out there for the benefit of everyone. Awesome. All right, so the first thing I'd like to do is figure out who we all have today on the call. And I know your names are up there for most of you, but I'd like you to do is rename yourself with your name and the team you're on, because we're gonna at some point mix and match people from different teams, and I'm not totally versed on whose team you're with. So if you're looking at the pictures and you click on your picture or scroll over your picture, in the top right corner, there's 3 dots. And if you click on it, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th option down says rename. And then you can put your name, and you can put,
I can't get it to work because I'm on a phone and I don't know how to do it.
uh-oh, who's that?
Yeah, same.
I went to participants and clicked my own name and it came up rename.
Oh.
There we go. Is that Becca? Becca, for some reason you're showing up as Kaylee. That's really interesting.
I know. She sent me the thing and then it says my name. I'm going to change it.
Actually, Kaylee signed on 4 times. So.
I know.
I don't know why.
Oh, there we go. We got Inga on here.
How do you want us to put our name as?
Doesn't matter. Just your name and then what team you're with.
Oh, and then how do you, okay.
And you can, I think everyone else has it pretty well done. Perfect. There's one other Kaylee, why not, who doesn't have their photo on, who maybe should turn their video on so we can see them and then decide who they actually are. Or it's Kaylee twice, I don't know. Maddie, I just saw you come on. If you could just change your name to Maddie and then your team name, that would be great. All right, so as people come in, we'll just get them up to speed. So what we're gonna do today is, actually, I went one too far, is this. So first we're gonna brainstorm some ideas as a group. I've seen a ton of really cool ideas online on social media and things that I've wanted to do for a while. But again, this is your show. So I'm gonna offer them as suggestions, but hopefully we generate more suggestions from this group than are on the PowerPoint. Then we're gonna connect. So we're gonna think about, okay, how do we use our resources that we have here to connect you guys across teams so that you can create a plan of action to do something with your groups, okay? So you're gonna take the lead with your team or groups from your team who are wanting to participate to do something with perhaps another team or another couple teams. Does that make sense? Everyone may be okay with that? And we can negotiate. So if you're like, I'm not sure everyone on my team would want to do it, but I know a couple people on this other team, so maybe I can get a group of people from 2 teams together to work, that would be awesome too, okay? So we're gonna brainstorm, we're gonna make connections, and then the big piece of this is when you leave, I want you to have a really clear action plan of what you're gonna do and how you're gonna do it, okay? And this is meant to be fun and enjoyable, like something that you wanna do. So let's see, I would say for me, one of the things that I find least fun is building PowerPoints. So I definitely do not want to pick an activity where me and the other team have to build a PowerPoint together and put that up, because that wouldn't be enjoyable for me. So think of things that you would want to do that maybe you and your peers and teammates would get into, okay? So I think the big question for all of us, right, as we're doing this is why connect? So why would we even try to do something like this where we can, meet people from different teams or do projects together? If anyone has any ideas, can you put it in the group chat? So why connect? Yeah, I like it. Nice, Elle, to bring our club closer as a whole, right, as one big team. Any others? Yeah, to create closer friendships, right? Or maybe friendships with new people. Make our club more connected, learn more about people in different teams. Yeah, there's so many really awesome people across our club, and our club's gotten really big, right? So I know for me, one of the things I really wish is that I knew more people all the way across the club. So this might be something that can help us meet more, stay connected. Yeah, it's a tough time, right, to stay connected because we don't just run into each other at the field. able to trust our teammates. Yeah, doing projects together really helps bring us together, right? And build trust. Cool, awesome ideas. So here are a few other ones that I thought of before, which you guys already hit on most of these, right? Meeting new people, sharing ideas, building your fan base, right? If you and a couple teams get really close, I'm gonna want to come watch your games, and they're gonna come want to watch yours. So that might be a fun way, right? To build team as a group, support others, and to, I think, was it Olivia or Elle's point, right? Create a bigger team amongst the club. Any others you would throw out there? No? Okay. So I want us to think about ways that we can connect. Like what does it mean to connect? And in my mind, when I think about connecting, it means ways for me and another person or another group of people to do something together, right? So that we build trust, get to know each other better, share ideas, etc. Do any of you have some thoughts on ways we can connect? Maybe things you've seen or done in recent days or weeks? And you can just hit your microphone off and share.
Well, we've been doing this a lot in the past couple of weeks, like Zoom classes.
Yeah, Zoom classes. And what kind of stuff are you doing on Zoom?
We do like everything, like talk about like nutrition, like play games, like a bunch of different stuff.
Cool. Thanks, Elle. Who else?
I know that some teams are from like other clubs. I've seen something on like Instagram or something where they do Zoom meetings together, but they're like working out together, but like it's not just one team. It could be like an entire club. So that like it's more motivating, I guess.
Yeah, that's super cool, right? Doing a workout with another group live. That's awesome. I haven't seen that yet. Anyone else? Jocelyn, have you seen anything? Or have you thought of anything?
No, not really. No, like kind of like people are saying like team workouts, I guess.
Yeah, team workouts. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of sitting on the computer lately, so it's been fun when we do things that are a little active together. That's a really big one. Anything you've all done, even outside of soccer, between groups to connect?
I've been going on like bike rides with friends and stuff like that, but we're
Okay.
practicing social distancing, so.
Yeah, socially distant bike rides, nice. Ella, what about you?
Yeah, I've done the same. I've actually gone on a lot of bike rides too.
Okay, cool. Hayden, anything?
I don't know. I've mostly just been FaceTiming my friends just to be able to talk to someone.
Yeah, FaceTiming friends. That's a good one, right? You can do a lot of stuff over the FaceTime as well, in one-on-one or in small groups. Cool. Ellie, anything from you?
I've been going on a lot of walks and playing soccer tennis with my sister.
Cool, fun. So bringing your family into the mix too, huh? Awesome. All right. Well, should I share some of the things that I've seen with all of you to maybe start brainstorming some ideas? Okay. And I'm going to give you a nudge. When we go to the next step, I want you to get really creative. Okay. So there's no wrong answer. There's no thing that we can't do. There might be a way to do everything that comes to mind. So let's put all the ideas on the table. But to get our brains moving, here's a couple. So one is, I've been seeing a lot of competition between groups online. Have you seen this guy before, or this thing? This is the tea bag challenge. So people are trying to juggle a tea bag into a coffee mug, just like the toilet paper juggling challenge. So I've seen competition. I've seen a lot of play and fun. So our groups the other day did some games together. I've also seen this sort of coloring schematic of goalie gloves. So there was a competition to color the goalie gloves in a certain way between teams. I've seen the idea of striking up pen pals, so writing letters back and forth between teams or community members. Another thing we could do is a book club. So maybe there's something you're reading, or a podcast, or a YouTube show, or a Netflix thing that would be fun to watch with another group. I've also seen some things that not just connect soccer players or teams together, but also like the club with the community. So this club CVA at the St. James put together a video where they expressed gratitude for healthcare workers. So they got players from different teams together, and they all said different things, and then someone put the video together and they posted it online, which I thought was pretty cool. The Cincinnati DA has been writing letters to nurses or to nursing homes, to older folks who are now more in isolation, right? Because they can't have visitors. So ways to support other people in their community. And then even within the club, we've been finding ways to be creative. So now that we're working remotely, we've come up with a lot of different activities and workouts you can all do at home. And we've had several players jump in and actually create those demonstration videos, which is really fun, because then you don't have to watch as coaches run around, you get to watch your peers, right? And their parents in this video in particular. So these are some ideas that I've seen online. Now what I'd like to do is for us to brainstorm. Would you like to do this as a big group or in smaller groups?
Maybe smaller.
We should do smaller.
And
Yeah,
then
we
like
should
we
do
can
smaller.
get
Thumbs up if you're okay with smaller groups. Cool. So I'm going to randomly assign you to some groups of maybe 3-ish. And I want you in the next 3 minutes to come up with as many different ideas as you can. And think big and think creative, okay? All right, here we go. All right, welcome back. I saw some creative juices flowing. So anyone want to share some of the ideas they came up with first? Do we have a brave group?
Sure.
Oh.
Okay. Our group, we had 2 ideas. Our first one was like we could give letters or like gift cards for like gas or something to like delivery people, because they're like working really hard and like trying to help us like during the dangerous time. And so we wanted to show like that we appreciate them and stuff. And so we thought like maybe we could do like even a small gesture to remind them like that we're thankful for them and what they're doing is important.
Awesome, I love it.
We also said like care packages and stuff. Like, yeah, just carrying off of Elle's idea because we were in the same group.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm in the group too, and we also said to like even just spread the word, to not take as like not like kind of like don't take everything at the store that you don't need, like leave stuff for elderly people, and like get the word out by posting something on like Instagram or Facebook, or like posting a sign at like a store to like remind people that they don't need to hog everything for themselves.
Awesome, love it. What else you got?
Becca and I came up with a couple ideas. So we had this one idea. It's kind of confusing, but where we try to get in touch with like a nursing home or something like that, and we can like video chat them, and then we can all say something, I guess, and then it's like one big video of like, have you seen those commercials where like everybody says something and then that turns into like a logo of Salvo, like with our pictures or something? Like, Becca,
Yeah,
you
like,
explain it,
out.
because like you could
Yeah.
explain it better.
We're like, okay, so it's like everyone, like if you're like FaceTiming someone or like the nursing home, you like take a screenshot, and then the screenshot would kind of be like, I don't know how to do it because I've never done it, but it's like somehow like tinted. So when it like zooms out, it's like the Salvo logo. But that'd be a video.
Cool, I like it.
Yeah, or like something with like a nursing home, and like we could video chat them or send them a video of us saying something so that they can like kind of keep entertained, or they have somebody to talk to or something like that.
Yeah. So why did you choose nursing home in particular?
Or not just in particular, just something that we just came up with. So it could be like really anybody, I guess.
So
Yeah.
people who are like kind of isolated because of all
Yeah,
that?
that's what we were thinking.
And I'm just throwing your ideas into the chat so we can remember them and see them together. Okay, what else? Great stuff.
We did like something that we could do as a team.
Mhm.
So like we could like watch videos, like juggling videos, and then try and do it and like make a competition out of it
Yeah.
and get like other teams involved in it.
Yeah, I love it. That would be really fun. Okay, cool. Others?
My group, so if we were over like a video of some sort, we could all have lunch together or dinner, or whatnot. My team already did this, but we could also do 2 truths and a lie, or some sort of game over video.
Yeah. You can even combine those two ideas, right? Dinner and two truths and a lie. It's like murder mystery dinner. Awesome. Okay. Great ideas. Any others out there? So when we think of this grouping you have here, and if you come up with more, feel free to throw them in the chat. Okay. And don't be afraid. Anything is free game. When you see the list in the chat, are there any in particular that you would really like to be involved in? Because what I'd like us to do next is I'd like to think about which ones are you really interested in? And then we want to go back in small groups so that we can do the following. All right. Figure out how we can take at least a couple of these ideas and turn them into reality, because they're really awesome ones. And you guys, if they just go to die in the group chat, that would be totally sad, right? So the world needs the awesome things that you just brought out and put out there, and how are we going to make it happen? Okay. So maybe take a second to think, and then if there's a couple that really jump out at you, just throw them in the group chat. So just say this one and this one, because your name will appear next to it. And then we can try to separate people into groups to see what works best. Awesome. So a couple things I'm thinking about as you put your ideas in the chat. So there are probably 2 or 3 ideas that seem to be really strong for you. So one is like having a meal together and playing games live, maybe with a couple teams together. The other one is the making FaceTime calls to a nursing home, which I think is super cool. And then there seems to be the care package / letter ideas, right? To reach out to some of the essential workers in the community who are really helping us all out. The other thing I'm noticing is there's some of you have interest in different ideas and you're on the same teams, which is great. What are your thoughts? Do you think we should say, okay, everyone who's on 07 Navy should work on the same idea, or should we just split in general and then you can recruit maybe people from your own teams into different projects?
I would say split up, because then it's probably going to be more fun for the individual who's doing it.
Okay. So Kaylee, maybe like you and Hayden are, for example, in a group, and then you each propose your idea to some players on your team and see if they'll join you. And then 05 Red and 06 DA can work together.
Yeah.
And there might be someone else on 06 DA who's working on a different project with a different team as well. That sound okay to people? Yeah? Okay, cool. So what I'll do, I'm going to attempt to group you into what you put down as interesting. And if you get grouped in a place you don't want to be, or you want to move later, just let me know, okay? This might take just a second. And while I'm doing that, take a note of what's on, maybe write down what's on the PowerPoint so you know what you should be thinking about when you get in your group.
.30 to 1:15. So we're going to start small with teams. So we'll have the 06 DA, 06 Navy, and 07 Navy. And that's just the 3 teams we'll start with, but we'll get bigger afterwards. We're going to send it out to the group chats of all the other teams. And we're just going to break off into small groups while we're having lunch and just talk about stuff.
You're going to figure out what that stuff is, aren't you?
Yeah, we might play like, we're kind of debating if we're going to put like Kahoot or Two Truths and a Lie, or if we're just going to kind of like talk and get to know each other more.
Cool. You could also play, you could play the game in the small group too, right? If you had 3 or 4 small groups.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you're hoping to do this when?
Next Saturday.
Next
So
Saturday.
11th.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great plan. Anyone listening have any ideas or thoughts for them? Things that they should keep in mind, or questions that came to mind when they shared? No? Okay. So just for your group, when we're done, I'll put my email up, but someone send me a note with your group members and your idea and what you need from me. So I know you need me to set up a Zoom and maybe a practice Zoom for all of you in your small group sometime this week. Okay?
Okay.
Cool, thanks. All right, how about the nursing home connection group?
Okay, so our idea was to like do like a whole like club-wide Zoom or whatever. Like, and we need you to set up the Zoom, but like we can text our teams or whatever, and we can say like if you want to get on a Zoom and like say something to people in the nursing home, you're welcome to. You're welcome to it, whatever. And we can maybe make them cards or whatever.
Cool. I think it's a great idea. I think starting maybe with just your teams would be great to see how it goes, and we can work out all the kinks. And then maybe we bring in more of the club next. Does that make sense? I can definitely set up a Zoom. So you'll just need to send me who is in your group and what time you think a Zoom would be good for, so you can all get on together, time and day. And then again, I would think about, is it possible to connect with a specific nursing home, so that you can maybe meet some of the people there, or it's a little more personal, right? So maybe reach out into your group chats that way too.
Okay.
Good. And when do you hope to get the messages out? Because yours takes a couple more steps.
I don't know. I think we just have to like, well, as soon as possible, hopefully.
Okay. So maybe the next week or 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes it's nice to have a firm date, and then if you miss it and you have to move it, then you can, but at least you have something to work towards. Great. Any thoughts or questions or ideas for that group? Road bumps they might hit that you can foresee that maybe they should think about? No? Okay. How about the last group, the care packages group?
Well, we were thinking this would be with like at first the 060A team and some of the 07 Navy team. And we were thinking to get like some essential supplies at our homes that we have, and if we can go out in the store and get some little things that we think would be helpful for the people who are giving us mail and like delivering packages to us, just to like let them know we appreciate them. And we feel like this will take at least a week to get going, but then we think it will be able to do we're able to do this throughout the whole struggle of COVID and like afters, to let them know that we still appreciate them.
Yeah, awesome. I love it. Really great idea. Any thoughts on or questions or ideas for that group?
Where would you put all the stuff?
Well, that's something we're still trying to figure out. We're thinking maybe like the doorstep, like to write a note, or like in the mailbox to put a flag up, like the flag up kind of, and like write a note to them that like this is for like when they come by, when they deliver mail, like to tell them that this is for you because of how hard you're working to like just help everyone out and stuff. Kind
Cool.
of.
Yeah, it's a great idea, because we get mail almost every day, right, from the postal service. And then maybe if you're expecting an Amazon package or something, you put something out that day for that worker or whatnot. I think those are really cool things. And you can, maybe someone on your team decides they want to give a care package to someone else, right? Maybe they know someone who is working in a hospital or something. And so you find a way to leave it at their doorstep too. So those are other possibilities that you can offer to your teammates too. Good? Great question. All right. The next thing is you guys get to go out and do it with support from me. So one way to support you is just to check in. So when would be a good time for me to check in with all of you that would be helpful to answer questions or help you get through a roadblock, etc.? How many days do you think?
Probably like 1 to 2 weeks to see like, yeah, how's it going and like starting it.
Okay. So
Yeah, like a week.
Like a week. Okay. So I have all your emails from when you signed up for this session. Is it okay with you if I email you a check-in at some point in the next week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
For
Um,
our group, sorry.
Go ahead.
For the meal one, it might be helpful like to do it before it happens rather
Yeah.
than like in a couple weeks. And then after that, we could maybe do one too to see if we want to progress to make it like bigger.
Perfect. I think that's a great idea. So if you need something from me like tonight or tomorrow or in the next couple days, we definitely will meet up. But in general, if I don't hear from you, I'll try to check in within the next week. Okay. Couple things to keep in mind. You guys are really smart and really creative people, and these are all really awesome ideas and things that the community is really going to love, both Salvo and the communities you live in. So when you propose it to other people, like share the reasons why and what you want to do, and then it's voluntary, right? Hopefully some people jump on board. Maybe you'll have a handful, maybe you'll just have a couple, maybe you'll have a whole team, and that's totally okay. Okay. Lots of really cool movements start with just really small steps. So even if each of you do something, it's going to make a big impact in the community. All right. So don't worry about scope and getting everyone from the start. Just worry about doing something small that you can control and is impactful to start. All right. Okay, the last thing to think about is if and how you want to share with others. So some of you might put stuff out for the postal worker and it's totally fine just to be like, I did this really awesome thing, and that's great. Okay, other of you might want to share it to help encourage others to do it too. So maybe you take a photo or do a social media post. So if you document some of the things you're doing, you can always send them to me and I can make sure they get up on the Salvo website. Okay, so maybe a picture here and there when you're doing your dinner and games. You can always screenshot the Zoom screen. Maybe a picture of we'll have the final video that you'll put together for their nursing home. So things like that, okay? All right, that's all I have. So this is my email at the bottom. Whoever has the notes, maybe jot that down real quick so you can send me who's in your group, what you're doing, and what you need from me in terms of setting up a Zoom or contacting your coaches or questions you have. And I am really excited to see what comes of the next couple weeks. This is super great. So thanks for coming and bringing your attention, ideas, and your time. And we'll be in touch soon, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. See you soon. Have fun.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
you.